Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program Season 3. This is the 18th episode of my Ike Outpost attempt. What is this, episode 6? I don't know. I can't even keep track anymore. I've been trying to land this outpost on Ike for so long. But I already have off camera the first two modules of the, I guess the last two modules of this vessel. I already have the last two modules of this vessel off camera in orbit around, I don't know if I got them around Duna or around Ike, I can't remember. I did it last week, but yeah, we got to get this thing into position, and then we can land and get into to our scientific studies here. So looks like we are coming in to Duna. That's good. Let's go ahead and focus in on Duna so we can see where we are targeted to come in. And yeah, it's not too pretty. Not too pretty. So yes. Let's go ahead and put in a maneuver node there and see if we can fine-tune this a little bit more. I should have done so before I flew up here to the to the thing, but I didn't. So, God, that's a lot. Holy smokes, that's a lot of DeltaV. So we're going to go ahead and add a maneuver node here. And see if we can get a nice encounter with Duna. No, don't warp there, dude head. I want you to add a maneuver. There you go. Now you're talking. Let's focus the view there. Let's grab this maneuver. Yes, and then we're going to see if we can clean this intersection up a little bit here. Let's see. Let's just see what we got here. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yes, okay. I could get an encounter with Ike straight away. I'm thinking how much does it help? I feel like it helps a little to utilize the aero braking with Duna. I mean, maybe not 100%, but helps a little. So let's see if we can just get that happening in here. And we're gonna just squeak by. We're just gonna barely utilize it. We're not gonna try to really jump in there deep. That's 35,000. That's excuse me. That's I don't know, that might be too deep, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a shot. So here we go. Gonna warp to the next maneuver. We're gonna do this burn. Should be just a tiny little burn, 5.3 meters per second, and then we can get on with our lives there. And yes, burn that down. Alright, very good. Now, we're going to go ahead and warp into our encounter with Duna. Just make sure we're still good here after that burn. Just a little bit off. So let's go ahead and turn this boat around just a little bit retrograde here and see if we can just burn that out just a little. Don't want that to be our final our final encounter with Duna. No, we do not. That would not be cool. That would be not cool. I should have been on this view whenever I was looking, but I wasn't. So sue me. All right, here we go. These fine adjustments, you really have to be careful. All right. How we got there? 2,000? No. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna have to just make a teeny tiny burn to prograde, but I need to go into the vessel here and turn down my throttles. Oh man, this is gonna be. I'm not gonna be able to do it. We're just gonna leave it as it is. We're just gonna leave it as it is. All right. So are we ready to do our warp? I think we are. Let's warp up to the sphere of influence, and then we will be well on our way. And we are closing in on Duna, finally. Feels like we've been doing this forever. Boop. The next few episodes are going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try to send probes out to Jewel and to Elu and maybe Drez. I don't think we've been there yet. Just try to catch the last few planets and then maybe send some Kerbals to Lathe. I don't know, maybe. That might be something we could do. And then, yeah, just try to catch all the planets we haven't gone to so far. At least send probes and get them going like we should. Okay, so 49,000. Let's see if we can just make a small adjustment there. I've already got a warp in progress, boo-boo head. Why don't we just stop the warp? How about that? Okay, let's see what we can make of this. Just want to get the periapsis down a little bit. Duna periapsis. Let's get her down to what, like 40,000 maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Looks like it's going to be a retrograde burn and about 60 meters per second. That's a lot more than if I would have done it earlier, but I didn't. So I didn't want to have to adjust all my thrusters. Laziness, as they say. I'm gonna burn twice as much or 10 times as much DeltaV because I didn't want to adjust my thrusters. So sue me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this burn done, and we're gonna just actually I don't really need this. I just want to watch my periapsis there, so I'm just gonna burn till my periapsis comes down. Why is it not coming down? Okay, let's go radial in then. That's weird. Like I don't know. That was weird. Showed that retrograde would bring in my periapsis, but then it didn't. So whatever. Whatevs, bro. Let's see if we can bring it in this way. There we go. Perfect. Less than 60 meters per second, too. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to come in here. We're going to go retrograde. I still don't have heat shields on this thing, so we've got to be careful going into our burn there. And I guess the question is, we have to first rendezvous with our other ship, the other lander cans. We have to rendezvous with them, get the Kerbals out, put them in here, land on Ike, then land the other two things on Ike nearby, and I'll doing so without crashing. So it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky. All right, so here we go. We're gonna warp up to here and bring her back here, and let's watch Duna rise in our view screens here. Here it comes. Beautiful red Duna, the red planet. There it goes in a little eclipse of Ike on Duna. That's cool. Coming in at an angle where it is suspending the eclipse of Ike on Duna. I guess we are traveling at the same arc that Ike is traveling at. So it looks like Ike is stationary. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay. Or no, maybe my warp stopped. Never mind. Alright. Let's just go ahead and... How come I can't warp to any of these places here? There we go. Now we're moving. We're moving on up now to the east side. Bye-bye, Ike. We will see you soon, buddy. We will see you soon. Okay. Now I want to add a maneuver node to the periapsis here, and let's just see what we got for our orbit. Okay. There we go, and we will still have an encounter with Ike this first go around. 647 is the proposed usage of our DeltaV, and then it timed it perfectly. Our orbit that we get from Duna, we should still sling us around. We should hit Ike and get in orbit from there, I hope. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's turn off this radio so that we don't burn it up. And then it says a 3-minute burn. So let's go ahead and start moving in towards there. And then we're going to start burning retrograde for 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Beginning, of course, about 1 minute and 15 seconds from our node. Okay, are we going to go ahead? Oh, let's just see if we get some assistance from the atmosphere here. Alright, here we go. Let's start burning. Start burning, and once we hit the atmosphere, it should assist us. We should have to burn less. That's the idea. That is the idea. And just like that, we are getting out of the Duna atmosphere. It helped a little. We didn't really go deep enough to get any heat built up, so it didn't really help a lot. But it helped a little. And there's Ike rising on the horizon of Duna there. So that's cool. We're almost into our orbital achievement of Duna, which will lead us to an intersection with Ike. And then we can land this puppy. Well, we got a rendezvous first, then land this puppy. Oof, that's a lot of DeltaV to use up. Maybe we can steal some fuel from something else, I don't know. Maybe one of the other probes has a little fuel left we can rendezvous and steal. That'd be nice. Alright, we are bending it to our will. There's our encounter with Ike. It's already happening, but here we go. Well, let's go ahead and burn just a little bit more. Let's bring her down to what we had planned. There we go. And then we will warp up here to our periapsis of Ike. And we'll burn retrograde on it. Oops. How much is that going to be? That's going to be another couple of hundred. Whew. Yikes. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and warp up to here as we spin around. Right round, baby, right round. And there's Ike. Okay, let's extend our antenna and get ready to do our maneuver of Ike here. Where are our friends? Let's see. There's one right there. And there's the old one. Here's our other friend. So they're both in a pretty nice little orbit there. I would like to rendezvous with this guy. That's the plan. I'm going to set him as my target. I'm going to go ahead and put a maneuver node up here. We're going to burn retrograde till we get an orbit. On as big of an orbit as I can, but still be orbiting Ike. There we go. That'll work. Let's warp to there. Get into position. Still 233. That's a lot. But never fear. We shall do something about that. We shall do something about that. Somehow, some way, we will rendezvous some of those other vessels and get them in to refuel this guy. Plus, my DeltaV will go up once this weight is removed here. All right. So 36 seconds left on the clock. And burn. So, we're going to try to initiate a rendezvous with the other vessel. We will grab the Kerbals into this command pod, release the Kraken, and land the Kraken on the surface of Ike, preferably in the lowlands, southeast mountains, or the midlands. Find some Duna ejecta, fly back into orbit of Ike, yeah. Did we find Duna ejecta already with the other Kerbals before we left Ike? I don't think we did. I think we just left straight away because we was like, well, we're gonna be trapped, so might as well just leave, you know. I think yeah, because it crashed. It fell to the ground, and we're like, oh yeah, let's just go. Let's just go. Screw it. I should have just left them down there, yeah. Then I could have just landed where they landed previously. But kind of wanted to test my re-entry module. Okay. Here we go. So, we now have a nice, no, we do not have a nice orbit of Ike. There, now we do. Alright, so now we need to get a nice intersection with old boy there. So this is going to use up a lot of my DeltaV, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Oops. And there we go. Maybe I should do it at the ascending node. Well, the ascending node's actually closer to the periapsis than the... I guess they're probably equidistant. Doesn't matter. And there we go. It's not too bad. 73. Then we can really fine-tune our maneuvers and get a nice rendezvous with that other ship there. Okay. Alright. So now it's time to play around and see if we can get a nice intersection with our friend here. So I'm going to add a maneuver over here. I'm going to bring in the thing there, and then we're going to that's not going to work. I'm not going to bring it in first, and then we can get a nice intersection. Alright, so now there's a nice nice intersection there going, but it's going to take me a few days of orbits. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and warp to that maneuver node. And there we go. Now I'm going to go to the target. It's a tiny little burn, considering how close it's going to get us there. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And we might be able to fine-tune it even greater than that if we try just a couple of little things here. So I'm going to bring that up while let's getting into position. We got a little bit of time. Let's just see if we can fine tune it just a little. Get us a little closer. Oops. That might be as about close as. Whoop. How about 0.2? There we go. Beautiful. Alright. It's a tiny little burn. We probably won't get within 0.2 because it'll be very difficult to make that tiny of a burn. But we're going to give it a try. I'm going to give her the old college try. Alright, going to burn just for 1 second. Ready? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, initiate burn. Oh, so close. 1.2. I'll take it. Okay. Let's warp on to around to here. And then we'll start doing our maneuvers to get into our rendezvous. We will burn towards the target. We'll go retrograde. And then we will fly towards the target. And then we'll do the same thing over and over again. Alright, here we go. First I'm going to kill our relative speeds. And this will basically just put us in the same orbit. That's just how rendezvous work. So first I'm going to kill our relative speed between the two of us. Once we get a little bit closer, let's go about here. There we go. Look at that. Coming in close. Alright, so now I'm going to... Let's just get a little bit closer. Let's get close to our closest encounter here. I'm going to go ahead and burn our target retrograde. Target retrograde just means I am decreasing the difference in speed between the two of us. That's what I'm doing now. Get that down to 0. And bingo. Now, I'm going to fly towards the target. And then we'll have to kill our relative speed once again, and then we'll be in a rendezvous. That should be that. Alright. Spin it around, Julie. Who's Julie? I don't know. I just like saying random J names. Alright. Jack, John, Jason. Alright, here we go. Let's see. J, which is my middle name. That's right. Darthvegan J is my middle name. Let's see. Let's burn this toward them for about up to 10 meters per second. Let's go up to. That way we don't have to wait too long. When we warp forward here. And then we'll switch to the map screen. You'll kind of see what it's doing here. So you'll see now that my orbit has pretty much aligned with theirs. Except for now that I just burned that towards a target. It distorted our relative orbits. That way I can have an intersection with him. Closer than 1.4 meters, that is. Alright, so I am flying towards him in an intersecting path. And we should get within just a couple meters of him, really. Then I'll burn retrograde again, relative to the target, and all will be well. So here we go. A little slight time warp as we fly towards them. Alright. Get ready to burn this speed off here. There we go. on down to 0, please. Alright. Very good. Now, the Kerbals in here can come on out to play. Yeah, Shepri, come on out. Did you do an EVA report, by the way? There's nothing to do. Nothing to see here, folks. Let's fly on up over here to the command module. Might just let them pop into the science module, since that's the closest, and you can just climb up the ladder or transfer within the vessel itself. Here we go. Nice. How's it feel, boys and girls? How does it feel? Alright, here we go. Next one. Is he a pilot? No, he's a scientist. Okay. Ouch. Easy. Don't tear stuff up. Don't be tearing stuff up. Go ahead and get in. Alright, here's the other pilot. I'm thinking... Can't control this, right? Because there's no electricity. But it's got 1,000 meters of fuel. We'll definitely want to, after we detach, we'll definitely want to connect these two. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and put veering here. Veering is going to get into the lower module. She's not going to go to the surface. She's going to stay up here in this command module. There we go. Go ahead and board in there. Alright, and finally, Jim Doc. Jim Doc, my friend. Do we need a pilot to go down? Because this has got the best thing on there, so I think we don't. I think we won't need a pilot. Don't think we'll need a pilot. We probably don't really need any of them, really. Except the fact that we're going to have to search for doing an ejecta. Alright. Very good. So now, let's transfer the crew. Got Jim Doc and Shepri. Let's send Jim Doc up here. There we go. That way we have somebody up there. Alright. So now that we've got all these folks together, let's take a look at what we got as far as an orbit here. Looks good. There's the original outpost over there. We will be passing over it, so we can land right where we landed before. So I'm going to go ahead and release the Kraken again, this Kraken, from here, decouple the node. Okay. And then this thing, it's getting all its goods out. And then these things should be able to move now. I think we got that resolved. I figured the problem out with that was the limits I had set on it. Unlock those. Extend them. Look at that. That's what I was supposed to do the first time. I should have put some grip pads on the bottom. Oh, darn. Alright, so now this thing is ready to land. We're going to get into a retrograde position. Don't need target. Retrograde relative to orbit. And that thing is going to land, and then we will land the other two vessels as well. There's going to be one more episode, I think. I'm going to do some of it off camera. I'm going to go ahead and get into position. I'll land this on camera in the next episode. And then the next episode, we will also land the other three, combine them all together. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fine, guys. Off camera, I will maneuver these two together to transfer the fuel, and then all will be well. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, throw me some likes, leave me some comments, and as always, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Kerbals wait by the window, vaguely looking down at their saw, and hoping possibly Jebediah will come home with some raw from Monmouth or the moon. Maybe he'll come home soon. Was never what it once was, shouldn't really fly anymore. Either as if an answer with a sound like blowing up your ears. Ship crashes through Kerbal's atmosphere. Crowds gather as